The military dog who refused to leave his handler's grave. A military dog from Louisiana has gone viral for an extremely heartbreaking reason. The dog, whose name is Rambo, refused to leave his handler's grave for a whole month. This military dog was so sad that his owner had passed away that he refused to eat or drink anything. He just laid next to his owner's grave for 30 days until something incredible happened. This is the incredible story of this military dog who refused to leave his owner's grave. In the town of Baker in East Baton Rouge Parish, Louisiana, there was a funeral home where one day they received a very special visitor. It was a military dog. But what was he doing there? Well, soon everyone would find out. This military dog belonged to a soldier named Corporal Tyree Jackson. Sadly, Corporal Tyree Jackson had recently passed away after being shot while on duty, and the military dog was absolutely heartbroken. This military dog was part of the Louisiana Army National Guard's 256th Infantry Brigade, and since it was such a great dog, it was given the rank of corporal as well. Like any other dog, this dog loved his owner more than anything else in the world. They were best friends, and they went everywhere together. So when the dog heard that his owner had passed away, he didn't want to believe it, just wanted to find his owner. And that's why when the dog heard that his owner was going to be buried at the Greenox Memorial Park Cemetery in Baton Rouge, he wouldn't stop barking and was very, very upset. The dog kept on barking and wouldn't stop, so they eventually let the dog go into the cemetery. But no one thought that the dog would actually do what he did next. The dog ran over to the grave and stayed there all day long. Everyone tried to get the dog to come out of the cemetery, but he refused. He just stayed there all night and all the next day too. He didn't want to leave his owner's side. No one could believe how sad this dog was. Then the most incredible thing happened. After a whole week, the dog still hadn't eaten anything. He had refused to eat anything. All he did was stay by his owner's grave and bark at everything that passed by. The dog was so sad that his owner had passed away that he was literally starving himself to death. But then something incredible happened. After the dog had been there for a whole week, some people started to take notice of him. At first, they had just thought that he would eventually go away. But when they realized that he wasn't, they wanted to help him. That's when a woman named Ashley Malenkin took matters into her own hands. Ashley Malenkin was a local resident who worked as a dental hygienist. She saw how sad this dog was, and she felt terrible. That's when she decided that she wanted to do something to help him. Even though she had never met the dog before, she just wanted to make sure that he would be okay. So Ashley started by going up to the dog and giving him water. The dog was very scared at first, but he eventually came around and drank the water. Then Ashley brought in some food. But even though the dog was hungry, he refused to eat the food. All he wanted was his owner. Even after a whole month, the dog was still there. He had refused to eat or drink anything. All he did was lay there and wait for his owner to come back. But eventually, Ashley managed to convince the dog to eat. It took quite some time, but eventually she managed to convince him to eat. And that's when Ashley decided that she wanted to adopt the dog. She knew that it would be a tough job taking care of a dog like this, but she wanted to try anyway. The dog had already been there for a whole month, and she didn't want him to stay there any longer. So she started by bringing him home with her. It was very hard for the dog to adjust to life outside the cemetery, but Ashley was determined to make it work. She gave the dog lots of love and care, and eventually he started to feel better. But it still took quite some time before he was back to his old self. And during this time, Ashley also made sure to keep in touch with the dog's former owner's family. She wanted to make sure that they knew that their dog was okay. It turned out that the owner's family lived only about 15 minutes away from Ashley. And when they heard that someone had found their dog, they were overjoyed. They couldn't believe that anyone would actually go out of their way to take care of their dog like this. That's why when Ashley told them that she wanted to adopt the dog, they agreed immediately. The owner's family was very grateful to Ashley for taking care of their dog, and they were very happy that he had found a new home. But the most incredible thing was yet to come. After Ashley had adopted the dog, she wanted to tell everyone about it. That's why she contacted the local newspaper, The Advocate. The Advocate is a major newspaper in Louisiana, and they were very interested in publishing this story. They sent over a reporter and a photographer to interview Ashley and the dog, and soon everyone would know about this incredible story. When the article was published, it went viral. People from all over the country were moved by the story of the loyal military dog. And many people also praised Ashley for adopting the dog. Ashley was very happy to see that everyone was moved by the dog's story. But she also wanted to make sure that everyone knew that it wasn't just her who had taken care of the dog. Many other people had helped too, and she wanted to give them credit as well. The veteran's family had, of course, been there for the dog the entire time. They had never given up hope that he would eventually come around. And it was also thanks to them that the dog had been able to stay at the cemetery for so long. If they had tried to take the dog away earlier, he might not have survived. But because they had been patient, he had eventually started to eat again. That had given Ashley the chance to adopt him. But now the dog was finally in a loving home and getting the care that he needed, and Ashley was very happy about that. She had never met a dog like Rambo before, and she knew that she had done the right thing by adopting him. Rambo is now a happy dog living in a loving home, and Ashley is so happy that she was able to give him that. She often thinks back to the day when she first met Rambo at the cemetery. It was such a sad day, but it was also one of the best days of her life. If it hadn't been for that day, she would never have met Rambo, and now their lives are forever intertwined. Ashley knows that she will never forget Rambo, and she's so glad that he's a part of her life. The story of Rambo has touched people all over the country. Many people have reached out to Ashley to thank her for adopting Rambo. She's so happy to have adopted Rambo, and she knows that he's in a good place now. Rambo is a hero, and he deserves all the love and care that he gets. Ashley is so grateful that she was able to give Rambo that, and she's so happy that he's a part of her life. And that's the story of the brave military dog who refused to leave his owner's grave for a whole month. If you think this story is incredible, make sure to share it with your friends.